Let's chat with some callers this morning. Nick's out of Berlin, Connecticut, Republican, up first in this segment. Nick, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, John. I just wanted to speak with Mr. Biggs about the concept of being a Republican. I've lived in 5 states in the past 15 years, owned homes in each of these states, and I've got to say the state of this union is tremendous. We're strong. We're doing well. Of course, we have our problems, as other folks do, but I just think overall as a country, we're doing extremely well. And the divisiveness that I've seen from my party in the past 40 years has got me kind of puzzled. I just registered as a Republican 2 months ago for the 5th time, Mr. Biggs. And I'm just going to leave you with this comment, and that is that I register as a Republican because I'm a conservative, and I'm going to vote for Joe Biden because I'm a Christian. Thank you for listening.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And in a surprising moment on C-SPAN's Washington Journal, Representative Andy Biggs got hit hard by an unexpected statement from a Republican caller. The caller, Nick from Connecticut, threw a curveball saying he's a conservative but voting for Joe Biden because he's a Christian.
Well, I think that's really interesting. He probably should re-register as a Democrat. I think if you're not voting for Donald Trump because you think he's not a Christian or not a moral man, I'm not going to say look at Joe Biden. I would just say we should all look at ourselves and see who's casting the first stone.
Biggs' response reeked of arrogance and ignorance as he dismissed the caller's heartfelt explanation with a scathing rebuke.
The divisiveness that we have in the country today, I know a lot of people say it's worse than ever. I'm not sure it's worse than ever. I lived through the 60s as a little kid. Saw a little bit of that. I saw the 70s. I saw the Cold War period. I've studied American history fairly well, and I will tell you there's been a lot of divisiveness throughout the country, throughout history. I also would not say that all the division starts because of Republicans, to be frank with you. I think that's a bit of an absurdity to say that.
Biggs not only demonstrated his own narrow-mindedness, but also revealed his complete disregard for the diverse perspectives within his own party. His dismissive attitude laid bare the toxic tribalism poisoning modern politics, leaving little room for genuine dialogue or understanding. If you're not familiar with Andy Biggs, here's the scoop. He's a Republican congressman who tends to downplay his party's role in causing division in the country. In 2020, he joined Representative Paul Gosar in spreading false claims about widespread voter fraud, even targeting Arizona's voting machines. Biggs also served as the chairman of the conservative House Freedom Caucus, introducing impeachment articles against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and maintaining a friendly relationship with Democrat Senator Kyrsten Sinema. Biggs has faced scrutiny for his involvement in the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, after endorsing Trump's baseless allegations of election fraud. His actions have landed him a subpoena from the January 6 committee, shedding light on his part in promoting disinformation and contributing to the events that unfolded at the Capitol. This exchange showed how clueless Biggs can be. He seems to think Trump is a righteous Christian despite turning a blind eye to his unchristian behavior, like inappropriate actions around young girls. It's clear hypocrisy and arrogance pretending to be leadership. Trying to paint Donald Trump as a decent guy is like trying to sugarcoat a stinky fart in an elevator. We've all seen through his act plenty of times. Remember when he had protesters pepper sprayed for a photo op with an upside-down Bible? Or when he couldn't even answer a basic question about the Bible? Trump claims to be a religious person, but he's more like the deceitful wolf in Little Red Riding Hood than anything close to moral or decent. He's a phony through and through, always posturing but never living up to any real standards of decency. Trump's actions speak louder than his empty words, revealing him as nothing more than a wolf in sheep's clothing, far from anything resembling virtue or morality. The 2024 election cycle is a choice between good and evil, and you gotta make a choice. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.